Okay, so this is the radical alternative ending, as it says. This is something that we tried to do very late on in the film, in post-production actually. We wondered what would happen to the story if we didn't have the soldiers at all, and that the film moved in a very different way, stayed as a small, very small group of people and didn't open up at all with the soldiers. And the break point is, as it is in the film at the moment, the terrible scene where Frank gets infected and then is killed. And we would come in, on this version, we would come in during the terrible moments where Selina is screaming at Jim to kill Frank because he's very, very quickly becoming one of the infected. For the purposes of this, Alex will read the stage directions and I'll try and read each of the actors. So I hope it's not too confusing. He's infected, Jim. Kill him! Kill him! No! Kill him!
Jim, Selina and Hannah are looking down at something. We reveal Frank, his upper body wrapped in a tarpaulin, obscuring his face, tied tight with rope. His legs are also tied.
Thank you. That was fucking stupid, Jim. Really fucking stupid. All it means is we're going to have to kill him tomorrow or the day after. No. The broadcast said the answer to infection was here. The answer. A cure. So we're going to find it. Really? And where exactly do you suggest we start looking? Well, this is a blockade, isn't it? I reckon we look at the place they were blockading.
Selina and Hannah are standing by the back of the cab where Frank lies on the floor. He thrashes once. Jim appears behind them. He's carrying 2 automatic rifles.
You know how to use one of these, Jim? Yeah, you just take your shirt off, tie a bandana around your head and shoot from the hip. Do I get one? Yeah. Cool.
Hannah is driving. Jim and Selina are on the back seats and Frank lies on the floor. The cab drives through a gate, past a high fence, into the grounds of what looks like a deserted hospital or medical facility. They pull up outside the front entrance. Jim, Selina and Hannah enter. All 3 hold their guns. They walk through the deserted rooms and corridors. Selina pauses in front of one room.
Hey!
They enter a room which is filled with wire cages, and in all the cages are small bundles of fur, bones and flesh.
It's an animal testing facility. Cosmetics? I doubt it.
Jim, Selina and Hannah have set up in a room on the first floor of the facility. Hannah is unpacking one of the shopping bags from the cab, laying out and arranging the food.
It's going to be as safe as anywhere. We might as well stay the night. We're going to stay here until we find what the broadcast was talking about.
Hannah looks round at Jim, understanding, suddenly hopeful. Selina turns away, furious. In a small room off the base room, Frank lies on the floor. Hannah is standing in the door, looking at her dad. Jim appears behind her. Jim hands her 2 pills. Hannah looks at them. Hannah...
Last night you said half was plenty. Last night it was.
Hannah sleeps. Jim and Selina lie awake, but separate. In the next room, Frank thrashes once, then lies still. Then, from somewhere deeper in the facility, there is the sound of movement. Not Frank, a clang, something metal.
What the fuck? Shh!
Jim and Selina move quietly down a darkened corridor, lit only by moonlight. Quiet and slow. Another sound of movement, muffled but closer than before. Then, softly, they hear the sound of whistling. Jim and Selina stand in front of a huge metal door, closed. In the door is a small slit of thick glass, 5 inches wide, 2 inches high. As they approach, the muffled sound of the whistling stops. Jim peers through the slit, looks around the room inside. Inside are books, cans of food, water containers with carbon filters, blankets, etc. It's candle lit. And then he sees 2 shoes, someone's legs.
There's someone inside!
Jim tries to maneuver to see more of the figure, but he can see that the person is sat on the floor and they're holding a book, reading.
Hey! Hey, can you hear me? Hey!
One of the legs moves.
He moved! Hey, open up, will you? We need your help!
At that, abruptly, the legs withdraw, and the figure is out of sight.
I know you can hear me! Open up so we...
Suddenly, there's a mouth in front of the viewing slit.
Don't tell me your names.
Jim jumps back.
I'm not going to tell you mine and you don't tell me yours. Why not? Hostages and kidnappers. What? I don't want to get attached to someone who's going to die.
I'm Jim!
Shut up.
I'm with 3 others. Selena, Hannah, Frank.
I don't care. Names aren't important.
Selena pushes Jim away from the viewing window.
Oh, this is bloody ridiculous. Open the door and let us in.
You're not coming in.
Well, then you come out.
I'm not coming out. I know what you want. You want my food. I don't have enough food to share.
We've got food to share.
I don't need your food. I've got enough.
Water.
I've got enough water for a week.
We'll still be waiting in a week.
You'll be dead inside a week. You'll be dead inside a day.
You've got an answer for everything.
Yes.
What did he say? He's got an answer for You've got an answer for everything. You made the broadcast. You made the broadcast. You've got the answer to infection.
I didn't make any broadcast. That would have been the soldiers at the blockade. But they're all dead now. I know they're dead. They haven't been here for days. I knew all their names, but the answer to infection is here.
It is?
Leave me alone, I want to read now.
The man moves away from the window.
Hey, come back! You can't just say that and then start reading your fucking book! Open the fucking door!
Jim hammers on the door, kicks it again and again until he exhausts himself. Hannah sits in the doorway, looking at Frank in the side room. Selena lies on the roof, holding one of the SA-80 automatic rifles, looking through the sight. Through the sight, she can see an infected. Her finger tightens around the trigger. The infected's head puffs red, then it collapses.
That's not so hard.
Jim sits outside the door. Distantly, we hear the crack of the rifle again.
Samuel. Tim. Tony. Joe. Joseph. Jed. Jonathan. Is it Jonathan? I think I'll call you James. How's that? You mind if I call you James? I'll take your silence as a yes. So, James, what can you tell me about yourself? I'll tell you what, I'll start by telling you about myself. Which is why she became my favourite teacher at primary school. And I'm pretty sure I was her favourite pupil, because I remember one day and in some ways, I suppose I was jealous of other kids who had brothers and sisters, just because they're the only ones who really understand how annoying your mum and dad can be. You know what I mean, James? Anyway, so I asked her out a third time, and this time, to my complete surprise, she said yes, which was weird considering how bad my skin was at the time.
Selena shoots into the body of the infected she shot earlier. It's now been shot several times. Then, with surprising skill and confidence, she changes the gun's magazine. Jim walks through the facility. He goes into various rooms and offices. He pulls open desks, filing cabinets, pulls out sheaves of paper, scans them, drops them to the floor. Finally, he walks into the corridor that leads to the lab. Jim walks past the perspex cages that once held living chimps, but now the chimps are all dead. He keeps walking until he reaches the operating table where the chimp was strapped down around the bank of monitors. Jim, Selena and Hannah sit, eating. As they eat, Selena is talking through how to use the gun.
So you push down there, the bullet holder just sort of jumps out, which I'm guessing is if you have to put in new bullets in a hurry. And putting in a new one is as easy...
She has noticed Hannah has tears rolling down her face, and Jim is just staring at Hannah, slightly glazed. Then Jim stands.
Hannah?
Hannah looks up at him, confused, and wipes at her eyes.
No. Don't do that.
Jim stands with Hannah outside the safe room. Selena stands a few feet behind.
I've got someone I want you to meet, James. This is Hannah. She's 14. And her dad is infected. We've got him tied up.
Jim breaks off.
If you know of a way to cure him, it would be good if you'd just tell us.
Silence. Then the man appears at the viewing window.
There's a catch.
They wait silently.
The infection's in the blood. So change the blood, full body transfusion. And there's no infection. Change the blood. Someone has to give it, Jim. That's the catch. A pint, 2 pints, 3 pints, it's no good. needs to be every drop. And that was the problem right there with this ending. We'd established that one drop in the eye will infect someone. Then how the flying fuck are we going to sell the idea that this blood transfusion idea is going to work? What do you do? Clean out every capillary and vein with bleach before making the transfusion? Whatever, the way it would continue from here is that next we'd get an infected attack just to liven things up. Then as our three sleep, the man comes in and leaves transfusion equipment and blood testing equipment from them. They have to get a blood sample from the infected Frank very, very carefully. They test that blood and we get a moment of tension, then drama as Jim finds out he has the right blood type. Selina and Hannah try to persuade him, but Jim uses his everything okay argument and wins. They do the transfusion as they're attacked by infected. And then Selina, Hannah and Frank enter the room with the man. The door closes behind them and bolts shut. Jim lies strapped to the operating table, infected. He thrashes, and around him the defunct monitors suddenly flicker into life, showing the images of war and atrocity. The end.